Hello, I'm WBZ TV meteorologist Barry Burbank, and I have your forecast for the rest of this Saturday, the weekend, and the next several days as we get closer and closer to the end of August. Well, we're looking at yesterday. Do a little bit of a rewind here with the radar because we want to show you some of the rain which fell on Cape Cod. First of all, yesterday afternoon, we're going back to yesterday afternoon about 3:30, quite a bit of rain had fallen across southern New Hampshire and into Maine. Yesterday, bands of rain just kept going over the same locations. So some areas picked up 1 to 2 inches of rain up there in New Hampshire and into Maine. Meantime, down here on Cape Cod, they were getting some local showers into the early evening hours, but then all of a sudden it blossomed into much more than that. Note the rain was still falling way up here. The other strip of rain was still going on down here, so we have two ribbons of rain, but in the middle, practically no rain at all, or just a few sprinkles or light showers or touches of mist. So many of our WBZ weather watchers and other folks as well disappointed that there wasn't much rain here. It wasn't evenly distributed because look where all the rain fell as we had a training of cells going right across that region. A track of real heavy rain much of the night into early this morning resulted in some nasty flooding down in there and some road washouts and cave-ins and everything else going on in many locations down on the Cape. Finally moved out this morning while a few other heavier rain showers occurred across parts of northern Massachusetts. So these are astonishing totals. In fact, we just got some new totals in a couple spots, more than 8 inches around Eastham. It's variable rainfall totals, but we did get one reliable number of a little bit over 8 inches in Eastham. Otherwise, Orleans, 7 inches. Dennis, about 7 inches. Another report from another part of Eastham at 6.5. Brewster had 6.5. Harwich had 5 3/4 of an inch of rain. Pocasset at 3.17. We know that Plymouth had 3.77. So much of southeastern Massachusetts, from about Plymouth area southward to the New England south coast, at 2.5 to as much as 8 inches of rain. Then you had that other year of rain in southern Maine from South Berwick. Dick had 1.73 out of WBZ Weather Watchers, and Milford, New Hampshire was also getting over an inch from Kim, 1.41 inches. That dipped down into Massachusetts, into northeastern Massachusetts. Essex County had about 8/10 from Merrimack, according to David. So we switched from all the rain that we had last night, flash flooding rains, to talk about heat coming up. We've had 11 days only of exceeding 90 degrees in Boston. Last year we had 22. It was a very hot summer. But we're going to add one onto that to give number 12 as we have a hot day on Tuesday. Certainly we'll go past 90 in Boston. We haven't had any 90-degree days in Boston yet. On average, we get 4. Haven't had any yet. And we've had 11 so far. Again, number 12 coming up on Tuesday. Very muggy this morning. Extreme humidity. Dew points in the low and middle 70s. South of the Mass Pike. Somewhat drier has come down as a little wave of low pressure went by Boston, has caused the drier to come down a little bit down through Boston into the Mass Pike. And there's also drier air to the west of the dew point of 59 in Buffalo. So this is gradually going to ooze in here. We don't have a complete sudden drop in dew points into the 40s like we had a couple days ago. But at least it's going to become more comfortable, not as oppressive as it was last night and yesterday afternoon. So as we look at this, let's go through the dew point trend for the next few days. We're still going to be very humid this afternoon with a dew point in the upper 60s around Boston and certainly points south, but then it drops below 60 tomorrow and Monday. So these are the dew points right around 2 o'clock in the afternoon for the next 5 days. Be around 56, 57 tomorrow and Monday. Then it spikes up Tuesday to 67 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It may go up a little above 70 Tuesday night for another very muggy night. And then it's going to drop on Wednesday, so it'll be very muggy Wednesday morning, and then it'll be about 60 for a dew point at 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. High temperatures today will be in the upper 80s farther west of Boston, where the sunshine comes out more quickly. Some of the cloudiness along the coast may be a little tough to break off, but it should do so eventually, and light sea breezes may come in to keep the coast a little bit cooler coming up for this afternoon. Much of the nation is starting to see the expansion of 90s, which we have not had so far in August, but it is finally happening, and some of that heat will be coming into Boston to give us that in excess of 90 degrees on Tuesday. So there's a little wave of low pressure going up along the Maine coast. Here's the humid air here, somewhat dry air coming in from the west. So we're looking at the following situation as we start to dry out, but during the afternoon, as we dry out and see some of the low cloudiness burn off, some other puffy clouds may build up enough to produce a few widely scattered showers here in eastern sections. but that is about it. Nothing severe. Another system coming in from the Ohio Valley will bring a few showers and storms across New York State, Pennsylvania, and they'll be dying out into western New England coming up later this evening with a few dying showers moving there. There shouldn't be anything in eastern sections out of that. Then tomorrow we'll have a few patches of clouds going by, but plenty of sunshine for you Sunday, and then it's going to clear out and be completely sunny for Monday for us to see the eclipse. So for beaching boating today, it should get better for the afternoon hours, and the sky becoming partly sunny, upper 70s to near 80 or so many of the beaches, as winds may be turning locally onshore. We've got a low tide at 3:40 this afternoon. Cape and the Islands, weather will be much nicer on Sunday and Monday. Tomorrow and Monday should be in the low 80s with plenty of sunshine both of those days. And at Fenway Park, it should be no problem for Saturday evening's game, tonight's game against the Red Sox. About 7 o'clock, temperatures probably around lower 80s. For the Great Falmouth Road Race, tomorrow morning, there could be a couple spots of fog early with some clouds around giving way to sunshine, about 75 degrees. Still kind of on the humid side, but not terrible. In terms of the tropics, we're still looking at this system here, which is Tropical Storm Harvey. We got a couple other systems out in the Atlantic which bear watching, but Harvey hasn't done much yet. It still has only winds of 40 miles an hour, sort of disorganized as it's going to push westward. Meantime, let's talk about the solar eclipse on Monday. And we reach the maximum point at 2:46 in the afternoon when we will be 63% eclipsed. The sun will be eclipsed at that point, 63% of it, and then we go to the end of the eclipse at 3:59. Should be just perfect for viewing that satellite. Make sure you have those special eclipse glasses. Don't look at the sun any other way than have those special bona fide eclipse glasses. And there's the path of totality here. Along the route, there'll be some good sections in the northwestern part of the United States, and some places along the route, variable in terms of the cloud cover, being able to see that eclipse. So it looks like it should be a good day, at least here in New England. Our next eclipse here in New England will be 92% eclipsed sun here in Boston for the eclipse on April 8th, 2024. So that's just 7 years away. So here's my forecast calling for that 93 on Tuesday, and becoming very humid again, very muggy and windy Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night and Wednesday morning with shifting winds with a few thunderstorms. Some of those could be on the stronger side Wednesday morning as the front goes away. We'll be in the 75 to 80 range for the rest of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with a sunny to partly cloudy sky. That's the way it's looking right now. You can watch WBZ News tonight at 6 and 11 o'clock, and you can also see it at 8 o'clock. Actually, you will not see it at 8 o'clock on my TV 38. By the way, there is a football game on, so the late news will be on after 11:30 this evening on WBZ. Have a nice rest of the weekend.